Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome to a brand new series of FS22 here on Elm Creek. Yes, I've already done a little bit of a look at Elm Creek, but we are now getting started with the actual full series that I'm going to do. We're on easy mode. Shock horror. I am still on Euro. So what I thought I'd do is I'd just very quickly show you the settings that I'm going to use. First up, I will just show you in here. If we go to wardrobe and I select that bad boy right there, I have gone with the sort of setup that I had before. We have got Red Dead Redemption in wellies and marigolds, and we're going to stick with that. That is going to be our outfit for this little series right here. So we'll go into the options, and if I go through these, then you'll also be able to see. So the autosave interval, I personally like to turn this one off. If you've got the autosave on, whenever you go into the escape menu, it will save if the appropriate interval has passed since you last looked in there, but it only saves when you're in there. Right, timescale, you change that in the game. Economic difficulty, I'm going to leave this one on easy. You've got normal or hard or easy. So I'm going to leave that one on easy for this series. We've got traffic on. I did the easy start, which is the one that has the buildings already placed down. The other two options, you don't have the buildings placed down and you have to go and do it yourself. Right, that's it. Okay, that was really boring. I'll probably cut some of that out. I have right there a thing. What is this thing? What is this? Oh, I thought maybe it was something that I could pick up, but apparently it is not. There are, hidden on the map, secreted around in various different places, toys that are hidden throughout the map. And so you can go around and you can find them. I will confess to being really disappointed that we can't go into any of the houses now. You could go into the Estancia house and you could go into the Felsbrunn house in FS19. The Estancia house was a disappointment compared to FS17 because you couldn't go into the upstairs areas. They'd limited it. And now we can't go in the houses at all. And I am genuinely disappointed with that. I was hoping that we would be able to go in the houses again and have that back. But no, that has now been completely removed, which I am genuinely disappointed with that. I really thought that we would have a house that we could go into. Now, I'm just having a look around in this workshop. Now, the workshop does actually seem to have more stuff. There's also... we can go down here. So, we have got some things that we can go into. So, we've got our workshop. We can go into the pit down the bottom. And then there's another bit of a pit over here. We can walk in here and then get stuck on that little ladder down there. Turn on light. Oh, cool. You can turn on the lights in the pit. Oh, I didn't know that was in there. I'm looking around desperately because I want to try and find one of the toys. There are toys now. Instead of gold nuggets, which we didn't have anything in 19, but in 17 we had the gold nuggets on Goldcrest Valley. Well, we don't have gold nuggets now, but they have brought back toys. There's a basketball there that I can pick up and throw. Don't know if there's any achievement related to the basketball, but we'll come back and see about that some other time. There's got to be a toy here somewhere. And I know where there are at least a couple of toys that we could go and get. I've already done that in literally the last talking video that I did, so we don't need to worry about it too much. Oops. Let's not drop it, let's throw it. Yeah, that's not quite what I wanted to do. Ooh. Ha-ha! 3-pointer. Okay, let's actually do some work, shall we? So let's start this bad boy up here. Let's get rid of you. And I want to attach that one. And I want to attach that one. And then we will go and we will take our tractor here. I'm just going to have the hired help go. And start cultivating up this field. So we're in August at the moment. We have $100,000 and I've got the time scale on 1 times speed. So what I'm gonna want to try and do is start this one up and I'll get the combine going straight away in the field. And then we will do kind of the obvious, which is harvest this corn here, We're going to want a baler so that we can pick up the bales, and then we'll want to take them and do something with them. I've got another tractor down over. We've got our pickup right here, which we can use for driving around, go and have a look around the countryside, should we so desire. And we've got a tractor and trailer right here. Let's hitch that one up. Right, that one is now ready and raring to go, so we'll be able to unload the combine once that one's got a little bit on it. And I'll start this one up. And I will hitch in these two. So, right now, let's go and have a look in our screen in here, and we'll see what we can go and plant. So, we have available at the moment, we can start planting canola in August. And that's it. That is the only crop that we can plant at the moment. We can only plant canola. We can plant wheat and barley if we wait another day. And so they're winter crops. You don't have a spring crop option available for those. Sorghum down here, you got to wait until April before you can go and plant sorghum. I will plant sorghum in one of the fields. Definitely want to be planting that and finding out what that one's all about. And that's about it, really. Grapes and olives, we might look at some, but I'm not too fussed about doing those in this series. So it'll just kind of like be a thing that we look at. I'm going to be doing some of that in the time-lapse, and I did do it in the live stream on Saturday night when we finally got going the live stream. Barley. We'll do one of these, but I can't plant at the moment. If I come over here, I'm going to try and plant, because we've got everything all seasonal, all the seasonal stuff turned on. So, actually, there is something that I want to try out. Right, you look at the front of this seed drill. Let's go and have a look. If we have a look at the front of the seed drill, you can see it's got a power harrow bit on the front right there. And it's not separate, it's joined into the machine. But there was something that I wanted to try and see if we could do. If I do a piece across the end of the field first and do a couple of passes, and then I turn round and move it up and down, will the power harrow bit remove the seed? Now, if we go into this bit right in here, and I go to seeders right there, I've got here the Kuhn one. That's an all-in-one machine there, and we've got this one right here. I thought there was one that you could have where you could like connect a few of them together. We did have that previously, didn't we? We got power harrow right here. It's the Kuhn stuff. Apparently not. This doesn't have the option to go and like hook stuff on the back of it. You used to have it in sections, but then if you planted along the end of the line, yeah, it doesn't have anything like that now. If you plant along the end of the line, it would basically just ignore it when the hired help came along, and then it would go along again, and it would leave bits behind, and it wouldn't do it properly. So I'm just going to press H. This fruit cannot be planted in August. It won't let you do it. It will literally not allow you to go and do that. We have no choice. We have to wait. So I'm going to leave this one here, and we will plant this field right here, I think, with... we'll do barley in this field. So you can stay there, and... actually, yeah, you just stay there. Well, we got 2 days for the season, haven't we? So there's no rush like that. So what we will do then is if I reverse it back a little bit like that, and I lower it down, and I unhitch that one. We'll pull forward a little bit, and I'm going to send this one off to the shop. So we need to go to the second menu down like that, and I move over. The shop is right here. Now, strangely, it doesn't show up. If you go to here, it does show you where the shop is. It's right there. But if you go to this menu, it doesn't. It only shows these. But I think that's to do with how the jobs and everything work. So I want set destination here, and I'd like this tractor to go over to there. And he's just going to drive over to the shop. Cars, I've noticed, move a lot faster in this game. I'd noticed this on the roads. It is a little bit of a nuisance at times, because if you sort of pull out just in front of them, they do actually smack into you, and they don't have time to stop. It's realistic. I like the fact that it is realistic, and you can go and do that, but it's also a bit of a jolly nuisance. So, we do have that now. We got faster cars. I know there was quite a few people that were really wanting faster cars. I'm just sitting with this one a minute so that you can see the hired help actually working and going off. I know a lot of you now are actually playing the game. You've got it installed and you're playing. There's been a couple of issues with the direct download from Giants. If you're still getting issues with that, the current workaround seems to be go into the main game files and double-click on the exe file to start your game. Something to do with the saddle track DLC, the bonus DLC, the Zerian saddle track, whatever, the class thing. Something to do with that is causing the game not to work properly. So I would imagine that Giants are frantically typing away at their keyboards. There are several people trying to deal with this issue and get that sorted as we speak. Probably by the time you watch this, it will have already been dealt with. So we've got stone pickers in here. Now, I like the stone pickers, and I like this whole mechanic, but when you're using one of these, it's a slow old process, right? It is a slow and rather tedious process. This one is altogether better. Being 5.5 meters wide, it does scurry through the ground a whole lot quicker than what these much smaller ones do. But we're not here to get a stone picker. We are currently harvesting our field. And because we're harvesting our field, we're going to want to get rid of the straw. Now, I know that probably every other Let's Play out there has already gone and bought the small baler and has gone and used it. And we're going to do exactly the same. I'm not going to get a personalized number plate at the moment. I'm going to get that one. And I'm going to go and hook that one up. And then we're going to take these bales off and we're going to do stuff with them. So I think we will do the standard, which is to bale up this really small field over here, and we set destination. So at the moment, I'm just going to set the destination there, like that, because we just want him to go into the field right there. Want her to. Head off up the road. It's really good. I really do like this set destination thing. It is so much better. That tractor is now finished. Job done over there. There's not a lot else that we want to do. Now, I can go and do the stone picking on that field. Or I think you can go and do rolling. I'm not sure which way round you're supposed to do the rolling. So I'm just going to stop there a minute. And I want to go... I turned off the camera thing. I turned off the camera thing. Easy arm. Reset vehicle... It's because reset vehicle camera. I want that on. That's better. There, that's what I want. Right. So, we'll start up this one right here. Take off the cover. AI worker Hef has completed their task. So I'm going to bring him over here like this. Now, you've got the various different... Let's go to this bit. We've got production chains. We know all about production chains. We've heard about them. You can go and sell all of your different things. Now, if I look in here, show price fluctuations, and I press spacebar, at the moment in August, the price is at the lowest it's going to be. If we wait until January, we get a lot better value for money with selling our wheat. So if I scroll down through here, flour, right there. That is also the same. And bread. Road salt has no fluctuations. Flour, bread in there. If I press spacebar, flour in here, I get like $1,900. Bread, I get $4,900 there from Johnson's Farmers Market. Right, so it seems that bread is the thing to go and make. Now, I don't know how to go and make bread. Not really sure about how to go and do that, but I think we can... See, this is a bit that I don't know. with the production chains, if you go into construction in here and you go to production, and we've got factories right there. So there's a bakery, and this is the ingredients that you put in. You've got flour, eggs, strawberries, sugar, milk, and so on. And here we've got bread and we've got cake. Now, I don't know how many of these ingredients we need to get out in order to be able to get bread. I also don't know if we can go and use the bakery that is on the map as it is. There is also carpentry, a dairy, a grain mill right here. This turns it into flour. So we can turn the wheat into flour. We can also turn sorghum, barley, and oats into flour. So what we will do in order to find out about this, because the flour does sell for a lot more than the wheat does. Well, not a lot, but it does sell for, actually, it is a fair bit more, isn't it? That's about 1,000. This is 1,900 at the bakery. So we can go and sell it to the bakery rather than take it to the bakery and have them do something with it. Let's go and have a look in here, and we will see our production chains. So we've got a water tank, that's for the farm. Gas station, fast food restaurant over there, grocery mart, bakery is up the road here on the way to the farm. So we will take this to the bakery and we will see if we're able to... No, not the bakery, sorry. I need to go to the grain mill first. Biogas, debris crusher, grape processing, lime, grain pool, rent a train, carpentry, feed and grain south, grain west silo, cereal factory right there, dairy. I'm looking for a grain mill. Johnson's Farmers Market, spinnery, grain mill. Okay, so we've got a grain mill all the way up there. That's where we're gonna head. Now, there's the maze in there. We're not gonna go to that one. We're gonna see if we can get ourselves up to that grain mill, and we're gonna see if it only sells or if we have the option to turn it into flour and then remove that flour later on. So there's a nice little job for us to do. The way that I'm going to do that little job is I'm actually going to just send the tractor driving up there while we go and do something else. Because I figure that's probably going to be a bit more interesting. This combine we're finished with for the season. So we'll get that one unloaded and that one can move over there. And I'm just going to stick it right here for a minute. Let's fold it up. I love the way that cab opens up and drops down like that. I think that's really cool. So we'll go back into here, and I need to select now our correct tractor. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you click on the picture, you have the picture up there. So that's the one that I've got right there, and I need to set destination here. So I'm going to do that. I don't know what it looks like up here. I'm just going to set destination there. Let's go and have a look. He's driving to his target. Let's visit the grain mill a minute and see if we can see anything up here. So the tractor's going to turn up over here. There is the point where we can tip out and sell the grain direct. I don't necessarily want to do that, though. Down here, what's my options? Buy product. Oh! Do I want to buy the grain mill building for $96,000? No. But what I do want to do is I want to go into here, into the construction bit now, and I want to find out how much it costs to buy it from here. Grain mill. That's the grain mill there, and it's $96,000. So it would be exactly the same. The one that you go and buy to place down yourself is a little bit smaller than the one here. This one's obviously got some more decoration and stuff, but it's not hugely different, is it? They do look quite similar. So in order to be able to actually process the stuff, you do have to buy it. So I can sell the grain direct up here, and the current price for wheat. So in order to process it into flour, I need to own the mill, and then I could process it into flour. I'm not going to go and spend all that money at the moment, so we have a choice to sell at the grain mill, Goldcrest Valley, which is out of... you catch the train to send it to Goldcrest Valley, or Johnson's Farmers Market. Goldcrest Valley is actually the better one. Slightly. But you have to hire the train to do that, and hiring the train will end up costing us a bit of money. So it would still probably be better to do the Goldcrest Valley one. So, let's not send it up here. The tractor is going to turn up. He's over there. I can cancel that job, and then I can catch the train somewhere. Where is the best place to catch the train? Oh, right. Well, the train is only down here. You can only go and catch the train down here. So let's go to that one. Enter vehicle right here. Dismiss the AI worker just by pressing H. So he was on his way there. He was doing a really good job. And then I came along and I rudely interrupted. So now I'm thinking that we want to actually send it to Goldcrest Valley. So we need to get the train down here. We need to get a train in here. It's a Grain West silo right there. And that's where you rent the train from. So we want to go and we want to go to the Grain West silo down here, which means that I want to have my tractor turn up down there. So I want to go like this, set destination, and I'm just going to go like that, so he'll turn up there. Driving to target. Is he going to turn round? He is. He's actually doing a U-turn on the road, and now he's going to head off to that point down there. When he gets there, we can then hire the train, and we can sort that out. So we're going to go on to our next job over here, and we're going to start doing the baling. There's not a lot to be done with the baling. We go into here like this, and we can unfold it on the back like that, and then you just start it up, and away you go. There's nothing special. Now, what I did in my little play around when in the last episode that I posted up on Saturday, what I did there was I went and got. Let's go and have a look in the tractors. I went and bought this tractor right here, and then I put the small baler on it. Now, I thought that looked quite cool. I did enjoy doing that. And I suggested that maybe I could do all baling jobs in the future using that tractor. If I'm going to do that, it would be on this series. Now, at the moment, we can't afford to buy that tractor unless I max out the debt, and even then, we may not be able to afford to buy that tractor. So, I'm not going to commit to doing that at the moment, but what I want to know is, if in the future we're able to go and buy that tractor, will you want me to do that? Will you want me to be using only that massive, great big tractor to do our I'm going up the wrong one here, really. I should be going on the next one over. Do you want me to use only that big tractor for doing the baling jobs? And I mean, I'm not actually going to do everything with small bales, but if we get the small bale collector, we could up the ante a little bit. So we bale it into small bales, and then you get the artisan, and that puts the small bales into slightly bigger bales. I don't think, though, that if you get the bale stacker, I don't think after that that you can break the packs of bales apart again into individual small bales. I think once they've been turned into a pack of bales, that's it. It's, for those of you who don't know, bale loader, this multi-pack right here, I think once this one has worked and you put 14 bales together, that's it, and you are no longer able to change the bales. You have no option. With big square bales and big round bales, you have different size options as far as the actual bales are concerned, and we no longer have a default value of 4,000 litres for every bale. They do change. It does depend entirely on what bale you've got, what crop you're harvesting, and also what size you set your bale to. There's a whole load of different things that contribute to the exact capacity of the bale, which again is something I think is absolutely amazing. I think it's brilliant. You no longer have a tiny little round bale being exactly the same as a huge, great big square bale. They're not a set 4,000 litres each. They now have individual volume, individual litres set per bale. So like these little bales here that we're picking up, they're 700 litres per bale. And you've also got a tooltip. If you look at the bales after they're on the ground, if you walk up to them and you take a look at them, it shows you how much they are. I'll show you exactly what I mean. See, if I go up to that bale there, owned by my farm, and 700 litres. So I don't know how you change it to saying something other than my farm. I'd like that to say owned by Frithgar rather than owned by my farm. But I'm not sure how to change that bit. It's something that I want to have a look at and see if it is possible to change it so that it would state that it is owned by Frithgar. Now, we'll come back and we'll finish that baling in a minute. Let's go. We're down here at the grain mill now, so I can go. Not that one, I don't think. I think I need to go in. Yeah, I need to go on the one inside. So we'll travel on round this way. The tractors feel a lot more realistic as well when you're starting up. You're not sort of launched away like you're on a racing track starting grid. They actually pull away a lot. There! Look! Look! We found one! Ha ha! Right in here, there is one of the toys. This is brilliant. Collect. Found a harvester. There are 9 more harvesters, to be found. $1,000 for finding it as well. As far as I know, you can only get the toys on the Elm Creek map. I don't think you have toys available on the Baler map, which is a little bit disappointing. I would like to have seen the toys on that one as well, but I don't know. I haven't really looked very hard on that map yet, and these toys do seem to be fairly well hidden, so at the moment, not really sure. Right, so that one can come out. We've gone and tipped that bit out now, and I'm just going to bring it down to the bottom of the slope right there, and then I'm going to go into the menu. There's a train going past. There he is. Look, see? There's a train going past right there. I want to go. No, rent a train is up there. You have to go to that bit over there to rent the train. So we'll go and do that in a second. What I'm going to do first, though, is I'm going to click on that tractor and I'm going to send that one home. I love this. I absolutely love it. So you don't have to spend absolutely ages like taking your tractors from one point to another. You can just bring them, you send them back yourself. So we got this little tiny field 44 over here. Just going to click there like that, and we'll see which way he goes. He may go across the river in order to get to that one, because there's a little river that runs through here. It'd be quite cool if he does that. So we'll let that one go. He's off onto the road again. And we will come over this way. So we want to rent a train, and then we want to be able to send our goods off to Gold. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.